Over the long run, gentlemen, my proposed new paper mill will provide not only extra revenue for the villagers in the form of taxes, but will also create 50 new jobs. Now, as I see it, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Nothing except the river, the vegetation, the animals, and last but not least, the people.
Miss Dutton, once again, your gift for hyperbole exceeds your grasp of the situation. And actually, I just think you're plain jealous that you didn't think of it first.
That is not true. Icanco is not interested in ruining the environment.
Well, fortunately, it's not your decision, it's the council's. Now, gentlemen, please, can we vote on it?
My friends.
Just a moment, McDowell. At the risk of interrupting you, which of course I am, I was wondering if we shouldn't be waiting for old Master Silas Poppy.
Unfortunately, there are others more important than we who are waiting for Silas this day.
Who is more important than this council? I demand to know.
His ancestors. Silas died this afternoon. Accordingly, out of respect, there'll be no meeting today.
I'm sorry, Madevu, but my project needs an answer today.
And you shall have one, whether you like it or not.
What I like has nothing to do with it. Our laws demand a full council to vote on a matter that affects us all.
No, I'm sorry, I can't afford to wait.
You can't afford not to wait, Mr. Kane. A man as smart as you can surely count. And without Silas's vote in favor of your project, we would be deadlocked at 3-3.
So we must have an election right away, with dispatch.
And we will. Then we can vote on the fate of Mr. Kane's proposal.
Well, in that case, I'd like to announce that I'll be a candidate for the vacant seat.
That's an old Xhosa saying. And the eagle used his tail to paint the sky.
It's beautiful.
Just like these falls. Only you and I know that they will not remain like this if Kane wins. That's why you've got to run for the council, Margo. Margo, meet my niece, Leleti.
I've heard so much about you from your aunt and uncle.
And are you?
Mendevu, I appreciate the offer, but I'll be honest with you. I just don't feel comfortable telling Africans how to run Africa.
Over the past year, we have learned to know you and your son, and all the people of the valley are looking to you.
Unfortunately, many of them also look to Kane. He has power and knows how to use it. You might say he blinds them with false promises, makes them see only the present and not the future.
You've had experience dealing in this world of power plants and paper mills. In some ways, you and Kane speak the same language.
I'm not worried about Kane's language. I'm worried about the voters' language. How many are there? 2 or 3? How do I communicate?
With your heart, Margo. Besides, you will have something that Kane won't. My niece.
She'd be prepared to assist you for as long as she's here.
But I thought you were leaving soon.
In a few days. She has to go back to London to her big job. As if London has something to offer that we don't.
Well, Margo?
I just don't know. Let me speak to my family, and then I'll decide.
All right. But Margo, please remember, this is one election we cannot afford to lose.
I'm sure we could handle the planting without you, Margo.
I guess you could.
But you promised me we'd go back home for a visit.
So I can't. I don't know what I was thinking of.
Well, maybe you were thinking what a pulp mill would do to the Onobi River Valley.
Yes, I was, but...
So are we. And that's why we think you should go for it.
You do? What about our trip back home?
This is our home now. Isn't that what you're always telling me?
I didn't say I was against it, Margo. I just said it was a bad idea. And you know my position on bad ideas.
I do. You're against them.
Maybe bad is a value-charged characterization. Maybe I should have said achieving a deficiency in an unset objective.
I beg your pardon.
As a woman of non-color, you might find yourself numerically challenged in a vote-getting area.
Are you speaking in code? Are you trying to tell me your phone's bugged, Sam?
No, I'm trying to tell you that we have a campaign of our own going on. At Canco is going politically correct. We're rewriting all our executive manuals, employee policies, and so forth. Anything to avoid a slew of discrimination suits.
Naturally. I wouldn't want to think that you really believed in it.
The only person who is more politically incorrect in this discussion than me is you,
Well, I take it you're voting no?
across the board.
He doesn't pull any punches, does he?
No. He didn't get to where he is by using diplomacy. So my son says go for it. You heard what my father-in-law says. How are you going to vote?
The truth.
They say it sets you free.
I'd feel a whole lot better if you're African.
I would too. Okay, that settles it. 142 against majority rules.
But it's not as simple as that. Our villages are just as delicate as your plants there. If they're to survive, they need a lot of care, a lot of nurturing, and most important, a lot of love. My uncle was right. Cain will bury us.
If you feel this strongly about it, why did you leave?
You mean, why did I trade in my hand-me-downs for designer clothes?
Something like that.
I was lucky enough to win a scholarship to Oxford, studied economics, and decided to make the most of it. I work for a brokerage house in London. What?
I was just thinking how far away both of us are from our roots. Are you still willing to help me get elected?
Yes.
Then let's go for it.
I want a bow. Nigga want that now. There we go. Hurry it up there. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go, let's go. Ah, thank you. Right. Now, ball, huh? Right, see you guys around.
I can't promise you a washing machine, but what I can promise is to fight to keep this river clean of pollution. What'd she say?
What good is a washing machine? They have no electricity. She'll be good for your village. Please give her your vote.
Ndicela mawethu sivotele nangu.
Ana-ke madoda, eli gama lalo mfazi, uDutton, kufuneka kuvotelwe yena.
Soon we are going to see the most important change of all. The first woman on the village council. Margo Dutton.
Thanks. First let me say...
No. First, let us listen.
That's a good idea. Any questions? Thank you.
Not too many years ago, it was rare for an orphan cub like this to survive the loss of his mother.
What changed things?
There's a new formula for one. At least now they have a fighting chance.
Thanks to you and your friends.
We don't expect their thanks, and we don't need yours either.
Yes, well, my mom, Mrs. Margo Dutton, she's running for village council.
And she could use your vote, and your friends.
Okay, well, you know, I'll just leave this here for you, and maybe when you got a minute.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Mr. Kane promises 50 jobs, but at what cost to our ecology?
A job is a job.
Yes, but what good is a job if it destroys the very thing that creates it? In no time at all, we'll have no water to drink or wash in. The very air that we breathe will be fouled by pollution. The trees will be gone, and the chemical runoff from the paper mill will destroy the river life, the surrounding vegetation, and all the animals that depend on it. That's what Mr. Kane's paper mill which ignores all environmental safeguards, will provide for this community. 50 jobs and a future with no hope.
Hey, what's coffee?
Yes, I think I'll have a cup, please. Anybody else? Right, it's on me. What about you, Miss Dutton?
No thanks.
Why? Is the local coffee not as good as the brew back home?
This is my home, Mr. Kane.
Ah, yes, for the moment. I've lived here for 10 years, Miss Dutton. I know this valley. I know the needs of these people.
What this community needs is a council member that will not serve his own interests.
Please don't insult me, Miss Dutton. You mean to tell me a Kanko is in Africa just for charity? Come on. At least I am honest.
When the lion says he's going to eat the gazelle, he's honest. But the gazelle is still lunch.
Ah, yes, of course. Lunch. Now, that reminds me, I must go and organize a luncheon to celebrate my victory. You all invited? Just keep the pot boiling.
I'd like to celebrate something. His going away party.
All right, let's get back to the issues.
Yeah, help yourself to milk and sugar.
Please, we have a lot to discuss here.
Have you people come here for coffee? Or to find out what your candidate really stands for?
And for you.
Ke kopa re utlwane. Le tletse ditia or re tletse bokamoso ba lona?
What was that?
What happened?
What happened? I was nearly killed. Somebody cut my brake lines. Oh, no, but of course you wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
What are you saying? You think I did this?
Oh, no, I don't think you did it. But this is what happens when a campaign gets out of hand. Oh, I'm just so pleased that all you people witnessed this before casting your votes.
Sam, I know that Kane has the integrity of a vulture, but I don't want to see him killed because of me.
And you're sure you're the reason this happened?
Seems hard to believe, but who else but one of my supporters would plaster his car with my posters and cut his brake lines?
Only one person. Kane himself.
What?
Good morning, Raymond. You look like a man who just found a Rembrandt in a garage sale.
Better. I talked with the mechanic who fixed Kane's brakes.
What did you find out?
The line was cut with his hacksaw.
How do you know?
The mechanic found it in his trunk.
Can you beat that? Kane is so cheap he even saved the evidence. What do you say now, Margo?
I think I should apologize to the vulture. I can't believe he would go this far.
Now it means he's desperate. He must know he's losing.
Not anymore, Sam. A lot of people at the meeting bought that stunt.
So, what are you saying now, Margo? You want to give up?
Oh, come on. You didn't want me to run in the first place.
What I wanted and what I got are two different things. You ran. Now I want you to win. Isn't that what you want to?
Of course.
Well, then go out there and get those votes back.
Do you have any idea of where to begin?
Hey, this is just a pep talk, not a strategy session. I'm only the idea man.
Idea person.
Now you're learning. Bye.
Loletti, Kane staged that whole accident just to make us look bad. What was it that Kennedy said? Don't get mad, get even. I think we should take his advice.
Margo, I'm leaving.
What?
I told you I could only stay for a few days. I must get back to my work.
But those few days have made all the difference in the world. Because of you, everybody's listening to me.
You give me too much credit. I must get back to my job.
Okay.
Margo, this isn't my home anymore. It's a place I came from but left. Just like you left Toronto. Can't you understand that?
No, I understand that, Laletti. I love it here, but I was born in Canada, and it's in my blood, just like Africa is in yours.
I know you'll win, Margo. And you'll be good for our village.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, Mom, we're wasting our time. I bet you that brochure I left's on the bottom of a bird cage by now.
Maybe so. But if there's a boat out there, I'm gonna try and get it.
We don't participate in outside affairs.
This isn't an outside affair. It's about the environment. You more than anyone should be able to appreciate that.
We try not to tell other people what to do up here. Everybody has a different idea of what's right and wrong.
Yeah, but don't you even care about what happens?
I care to keep the violence down there away from us.
Listen, Abraham, we're all one big community. The animals that you devote your life to depend on that river water.
And you really think our few votes will make such a difference?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I don't.
Abraham, it must cost some money to operate this shelter. Where does it come from?
Donations?
Did you just get a big check from a Mr. Kane?
Yeah. Come on.
According to our laws, the voting must end by high noon.
So, how you doing? Did you vote? Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Devon.
How are we doing?
My heart tells me it's good, but my mind disagrees. Oh, Margo, never underestimate the power of money.
We still have a little time, Margo.
Looks like very little.
I would say we still have another 10 minutes.
Hey, Uchenye. Only a king and a fool can tell the sun what to do. Which are you? I'd say another minute at the most.
Miss Dutton, grab that. I must admit you put up a good fight.
It's not over yet, Mr. Kane.
We decided to vote after all.
Hey, Uchenye, that's too late.
Maybe by your watch, Mr. Kane, not by ours. Baba, tata leli bhokisi.
Now, the election is officially over.
You were right. Like it or not, we're all one community here. We appreciate your support, Mr. Kane, but we want her to be our voice.
Thank you.
Toll the bell, Uchenye. We'll go to the council hall to count the votes and welcome our new council person. "35 votes for Mr. Kane."
Well, according to my sources, it's all over, but for the shouting. But you did put up a great battle like Napoleon at Waterloo.
And for Miss Darton, 36 votes.
Margo, you must make your first speech.
Yes, but
You better get used to it, Mom.
I think you better get some new sources. I want to thank everyone who voted for me. And for those of you who didn't, I'm sure you had your reasons. I respect that. But now it's time to realize that we really are all one family. And we must join together to make our community a better place to live. Only I can't accept this very high honor. Because you see, it doesn't really belong to me. The person that it really belongs to is Lileti. You really are the very best person for the job.
But does she want to give up her big job in London?
Yes.
Now, wait a minute. You just can't turn your votes over to whoever you want to. I demand a new election.
Do you, Mr. Kane?
Yes.
How many among us agree that Lileti should be our new council member?
Chaba Sahes. Ke motlotlo ha le nkgethile. Ke tshepa hore o tla sebetsa hantle ka lerato. Ka kutlwano. Kgotso, pula. Ha e nne nana.
You really want to run against him, Mr. King? What made you finally change your mind?
I guess it was something you said, Margo, about the place of our birth being in our blood. We can leave, but somehow it always draws us back.
No regrets?
None.
Yeah, she's right here, Grandpa. I love you too. Come on.
Oh. Hi, Sam.
Well, Margo, looks like that little pep talk I gave you did some good.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without you.
You just have to learn to hang in there.
Right.
Like my politically correct guru says, it ain't over till the alternatively sized feminine person sings. Talk to you later. Bye.